Oyo boyos, this is the fucking Spoilercast. Straight up spoiler for the Falcon Winter Soldier. This is what? This is the second to last episode, isn't it, Jake?
It is. 5th episode.
My name's Nick. That's Jake, by the way. We've never done that. We've never introduced ourselves in this entire thing, but you know,
get
fuck
it.
You get it.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. Hit that little fucking bell thing and never miss out on any of the Lonercast bullshit. Yeah, today we're talking about, what is it, episode 6?
5.
Episode 5? Episode 5.
Yes.
5. I'm gonna give it a rating right now. It's gonna be like a 7.5 from me. What about you?
I give it a 1 out of 1 stars.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Wow, what a shitty fucking rating system that is.
Yeah, it's either 1 stars or no stars. That's
okay. So it's a 2-star rating, but
thumbs up or a thumbs down. It gets a thumbs up from me, friend. Yeah, I liked it. I think this is my favorite episode of the entire series so far.
I disagree, but
Okay.
I will tell you why. I
Yeah.
will tell you why. Because I do not believe, I'm pointing at you because you're over here, but I do not believe this episode was earned.
Okay, explain.
So, like, you know how it started, the season started off and they're like, I don't like you, you're annoying, and then the other guy's like, you're annoying, and then that's it. That was their whole intro, was like, I don't want to work with you because I don't like you and we don't know each other that well. And then they get like,
they do.
Well, they're like business partners, I guess. They're
Yeah.
but then this episode is like, we're best buds.
Well, I never
We're like getting to that point where we're real cool with each other. We won't say it still, but we're real cool with each other.
I never got the impression that they like really hated each other. I just feel like they both kind of wanted to lone wolf it. They both respect each other and like each other a lot, and they both have that connecting fabric of Steve Rogers. So like,
Right.
I think they started the show with a baseline respect, I think, already. It's not like Thor and Iron Man when they get in a fight in the first Avengers movie, you know? It's not quite that bad.
Right, but the way that I see it is like, we didn't get a lot of backstory for their relationship in the first half of this season. Like, there's no like explanation for why they're kind of their disdain for each other. Not even like disdain, but like their uncomfortableness with each other. We don't get like a backstory of like, oh, this is why he thinks he's annoying. This is why he thinks he's annoying. You know, we got like a touch of it, and then this whole episode was pretty much just bromance. And don't get me wrong, I loved it. I love the fucking montage on the boat where they're fucking fixing the boat up, and you know, he's helping him out, and he rips the siding off of the boat for him after he's like spent who knows how long trying to chip away at the siding.
Why did she use the arm? Oh well, I'm right-handed.
I'm
so
right-handed,
really
and that was so good. I love that line. That was a really good line.
Yeah. I don't know. I get what you mean. Like maybe we should have seen more tension between them, because like in the second episode, it's like they go to the counseling session and it's like, why do you guys hate each other? And it's like,
yeah.
I said it when we watched the second episode. I was like, I didn't really get that scene because I didn't ever feel like they actually like hated each other.
Right, yeah, and they never show it, and I think that's what's missing.
But I think that's
like there's
fine.
An episode that's missing where they, you know, something happens and they're like, I don't like you very much. I'll work with you, but like you're just not who I want to hang out with.
They just have like different methodologies, right? Where like Sam is much more by the books, follow the rules, where Bucky is more, hey, let's break Zemo out of prison. And
right.
I think that's their biggest difference. But once Zemo was out of prison, it's like, well, all bets are off. We're kind of in this together now. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
Also, like, you know, just like a lot of shows, like the concept of time is always hard to know, because like how long have they been working together at this point? How long were they hanging with Zemo? I don't know. Probably a while.
Right.
They probably
Well, I
bonded
think
quite
it's
a
like
bit.
days. I feel like it's days because like they broke Zemo out, right?
Yeah.
And then the Wakandans showed up
I'd say weeks, probably. Yeah.
and they're like, "Hey, you have 8 hours." And then the very next episode it's like, "Okay, your time's up." And it's like the next day, the next day. I think each episode is like a day or maybe 2 days in separation. So yeah, I guess I go week, 2 weeks max from like the start to where we're at now. Um,
There was some other stuff that I really liked in this though, beyond just Sam and Bucky. Like, well, it started with a bang with them.
oh yeah,
getting in a fight with old Captain America.
yeah,
and
Kurt
just,
Russell's son.
just beating his ass.
Well, no, he kind of beats their ass though.
Well, he does have super soldier serum.
Well, I know, but so does Bucky though, and Bucky's got a fucking vibranium arm.
But it's like he's got the older version of the serum. I don't know. I don't know. There's like so many
That brings in a whole new question, doesn't it?
But there is like a bunch of different types of serum, right? Because like the Hulk is also super soldier serum. So like,
is he?
Yeah, because they're like, "Hey Banner, we need you to make some super soldier serum, but we're not going to tell you what it does." And he's like, "Oh, let me make it, but let me use gamma rays instead."
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he gets turned into the Hulk. Yeah, it all comes back to the super soldier serum. And like Isaiah Bradley, and I like that stuff with him, and it's cool that they did that. Like, yeah, it makes sense that Isaiah Bradley is bitter and is not happy, and I'm glad they filled in his backstory, and I like that he's like, no black man in their right mind would become Captain America, and it kind of shows like, hey, no one's a monolith, for no one can speak for a whole community, because then it cuts to, Falcon's like kid nephews like playing around with the shield, and it's like, that's how important that's why this is important,
right?
That's why this needs to happen, and like Bucky just sort of smiling like, this is good, because he's, and it's like, I like the technicality of it too, where it's like the shield doesn't technically belong to the government, so we're just gonna
it's just out there somewhere. Whoever has it, it's finders keepers laws.
Well, technically it's Tony Stark's, right? So it's like the Stark estates.
Is it?
Because he made it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Remember,
it got destroyed, didn't it?
It did get destroyed, and he shows up in Endgame, and he's like, "Hey, man, if I have to give you another one of these, I'm gonna be pissed."
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. So
because he had the little baby shield, I remember in like Infinity War,
right?
Yeah,
because Tony took it away from him. He's like, "That's my shield."
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, because Tony.
I do remember. Yeah, I remember that.
But also, this is a different shield because the shield that he gave to Cap got broken by
Thanos.
Right. But then he also takes it with him when he goes back in time. I don't know. I don't know what shield this is or where it came from.
We're going to have to watch the fucking movies again, those two.
I think even watching the movies, it's sort of like it gets destroyed and then he just has it again at the end of the movie. Right?
In Endgame?
Yeah, because it gets destroyed by Thanos, and then at the end he has the shield and the hammer.
And the hammer, yeah.
Huh? I don't know. Something to think about. Things that make you go,
Yeah. No. I want to get back to that first fight scene where John Walker's just fucking losing it. Like his friend's dead. He just killed somebody, and he's just fucking losing it. I thought that was such a good like performance and scene of him just by himself. And then the two guys come in, and he's like, "I did what I had to do, America. Fuck yeah." And it's like he just goes from like, "What have I done?" And then when somebody's around, he's like, "Oh, I did everything right."
Yeah, I feel like that's
really
his biggest problem is that he wants everyone to like him. And that was something that Steve was never concerned with, right? Like, people liked him because he did what he thought was right. Even like he even like defected from the government because he's like, what they're doing isn't right, so I'm gonna go off and become nomad, which they never really explore. But he does do that because he shows up with the little shield,
little baby shield,
and
the beard. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like seeing the parallels between this and Civil War, because this was like just like the scene where it was Bucky and Captain America fighting Iron Man, and this time it was them fighting
Captain America,
or and American Patriot.
This episode was also filled with like a bunch of throwaway characters, like the sister. So far, the sister has like hardly been in it, and she's only been in it to like move the plot along. You know, it's just like, okay, well, we need something so that our plot makes sense going forward. So she's like, I'll show up and get a phone call, and then you have the other guy who's like the military, the Marine, who works on the wings. He shows up for like 5 minutes and goes, "What happened to the wings?" And that's his whole scene.
Well,
and you're like, what?
I feel like they're setting him up to be the new Falcon.
Right. It's what I mean. There's a bunch of throwaway characters, whereas like they can come back to him.
Yeah, there was a lot of setup in this episode, because I also feel like, because the big cameo that happened was Julia Louis-Dreyfus showed up.
Right.
And everyone's like, what? Sort of seemingly a Nick Fury type, an evil Nick Fury type, showing up to set up. Everyone's saying that she's like gonna be in charge of the Thunderbolts, which are like evil Avengers in the comics. So her recruiting, John Walker, I imagine, because also we see Zemo get sent to the raft.
Right. Yeah.
So I imagine she's going to just end up going to the raft and breaking a few people out of prison.
And then the Sinister Six is going to happen.
Right. Or the Thunderbolts. Because, they'll probably break him out of the raft, Zemo. I imagine, what was that guy? The guy in Iron Man 2. Justin Hammer. I bet he's still in the raft as well, so they could break him out, and I really like him.
Justin Hammer? Is that his real name?
I think that's his name, right? Justin.
Or is that like his comic book name?
That's his name in the movie. He's played by Sam Rockwell. I don't
remember Iron Man 2.
He's the best part of Iron Man 2, because he's just like Tony Stark, but like evil. He's fucking great. If it was just him and not Whiplash in that movie, it would have been a much better movie. But anyway, maybe they'll break him out and he can like make some armor or something. I don't know. I'm excited for the future, and I feel like this movie was really setting up the future of the franchise, as well as just being like a fun romp, which is what I liked about this episode too. Was just like, this is the fun. Like, we get to see a little training montage of Sam with the shield. Although I will say it's pretty weird. Him and Bucky are like throwing it around, and they seem pretty good at it. And then he starts training, and it's like, no.
yeah. It's like he's catching all of these like things that Bucky's throwing at him, and then by himself he just can't deal. You know, and you're like, oh, okay. And it's so curious with that shield. Like, is it just good? Like, does that shield just work? Is it magnets or something? Like, I don't understand. Do you have to be?
It's vibranium, dog. I don't know. Just don't think about it.
It just bounces.
Just don't think about it.
For some reason, and right. Okay.
It's vibranium. It's it is what it is. It is
what it is.
It's comic books. I've never really questioned it. It's just like.
I find it weird that a non-super soldier can use it. You know?
You think? I don't know.
Yeah, because like I feel like that's got to be a heavy piece of equipment. You got to throw that at a certain speed for it to bounce off of things.
I imagine the metal's pretty light, though. I don't know. I feel like it's like a very strong metal, but a light metal, and like I don't know. Yeah, and it works like a frisbee almost, because it's a fake metal.
And you have to catch it with like the straps going right into your arms.
But
like
you always see it land like this, and you're like, how did it?
Yeah,
whatever.
And it's like so, and you never see it. It's just like jump cut.
Yeah.
Now he's holding it. You know.
I think it's best not to think about it, but it's cool. It looks cool. All right.
It does look,
and
cool.
It's a symbol, and that's what matters.
And the part with Isaiah, I think was really good too. You touched on this a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's he has some good lines, and then some lines I really don't agree with. Where he's at the very end, he says something about any self.
Yeah, but I don't think you're necessarily supposed to agree with him.
Right, because it's like, because if that were true, then it was like, then you're always going to be separated from black man, white man, you know? If you're like,
and that's what I was saying earlier. It's like, one person, one community. It's not a monolith. He doesn't represent everyone. And like him and Sam obviously have different thoughts on it, and it's important to show that. And it's also important to be like, I get it. I get where he's coming from, and I would understand why he thinks like that. Because he probably, if this was real, he probably would think like that.
Yeah,
because he's seen some shit, and it's
But also, it's kind of funny that Sam's just like, he listens to this and he's like, not one black man should wield that shield, and then he's like, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna wield the shield. He's just like, well, screw you, old man.
I think Sam was like, well, I want to change the perspective. I want to change that. I don't want people to think like that anymore. Because I think that they quickly go from him to showing the kids, and it's like,
right,
we can change the perspective, we can change the outcomes, we can change society, and that's awesome. I also really want to. I really hope down the line we get an Isaiah Bradley show, because that would be sick. I'd love to see like his adventures as
like
Captain
young man, or like old man Captain America.
No, like him, like leading up to him getting arrested and stuff. Like,
I gotcha.
I'd like to see that whole story shown on screen, because I think that'd be really cool.
I feel like that'd be a very dark story.
Yeah.
Be really fucked up.
I think they could do it though. I think Marvel can Marvelize it and make it work. It'd be a tough ending, but I think with this show existing, and I imagine this isn't gonna be the last we hear of him.
No, probably not.
Yeah. Also, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, apparently, this is the rumor going around, was supposed to show up in Black Widow, which Black Widow was supposed to come out last year, which would have made her appearing in this show make a little bit more sense. You know what I mean?
So yeah, she is a new Nick Fury. She is evil Nick Fury, right? Because
my guess,
only one reason.
My guess is she shows up in that, and she's like trying to recruit Black Widow's sister.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
And so we get evil Black Widow, is what I imagine. So that's cool. I'm into it.
Yeah. How did it end? Oh, it ended with John Walker making his own shield.
Yeah. Well, and also before that, though, it ends with Sam getting his suit, and I like that we don't get.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's his new fucking suit, dude.
Is it a Captain America suit?
It's gonna be sick. He's gonna have the wings, but it's gonna be like white with a star on it. Oh, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna.
You think
oh
so?
Yeah.
And like
with that Wakanda tech. Oh, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah, because like he gives him the box, and then he doesn't open the box, and I'm like, it's got to be a suit, right? That's the only thing it can be. It's in a Captain America suit.
Yeah.
And Bucky like went to the Wakandans and went, yeah, this is the new Captain America. He gets it now. He understands. Yeah. And then they're like, okay, cool, and they made him a suit.
Yeah.
but it's Captain America. Like he's gonna open it up or
Yeah.
wear it. Even that's how it'll open. Is him wearing it.
I think he's gonna like dress up like Captain America. He's gonna have the shield, but I don't think they're ever gonna be like, "You're Captain America." It's just like he is. It's like an unspoken like he's Captain America. You know.
That'd be kind of hard to pull off.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Then what do you call him? Well, what do the people call him? Falcon or Captain America? Because he's got the shield.
Uncle Sam, dude. He's just Uncle Sam.
Okay, call him Uncle Sam.
He's just Uncle Sam, dog. I don't know.
That would be an interesting thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like his nephews are like Uncle Sam. He's like, that's what my new name is, Uncle Sam. And then he wears a top hat and a white beard. And
there is still part of me, like deep down, that wants Bucky to be Captain America.
Yeah.
Like, just like he's a super soldier.
Mm-hmm.
And his arm is metal where the shield would go.
And he killed people.
Yeah. He's badass. I don't know.
Yeah.
Somewhere deep down, I'm like, I kind of want him to be Captain America, but it's Sam, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, John Walker making the shield.
I thought it was kind of stupid that it was exactly the same. Like it's steel. Obviously, it's a steel shield. It's not vibranium, so it's not gonna hold up to a super soldier punch. No. You know. So I don't know what he's gonna do with it, but he made it exactly the same. He's like, I'm still Captain America. I can't get over that fact. Yeah. And it's like, I feel like he's totally lost his mind at this point.
Yeah, definitely. And it's weird because it's like you kind of feel for him because like he wants to do the right thing and he's trying to do the right thing,
but he's a soldier.
He's just a dumb fuck, and it's kind of shitty that like he fucked up. He definitely fucked up. He killed someone, but then they're like, we're taking your benefits away. We're disregarding you completely, and it's just like, damn, that's kind of fucked, Yeah,
it's and he brings up a good point. He's like, you made me. Yeah. I did exactly what you told me to do.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting put in a cage because the outcome isn't what you wanted. Yeah, it's pretty shady. So I do feel for him, but
what do you think is going to happen in that last episode? Any predictions? A lot of punching, a lot of fighting.
They're gonna fight whatever her name is.
Yeah, Carly.
I almost said Kelsey. They're gonna fight Kelsey Grammer. They're going to
bring him back as the Beast, please.
Yeah, they're gonna fight Carly. Obviously, I want to say that John Walker's gonna show up and just fuck shit up after the fight.
Oh yeah, because what's his name? That one MMA fighter shows back up. What's his name?
That guy who gets hired.
Yeah.
To like kill the Falcon or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway,
where was he? He shows back up. He was in a previous episode.
He's in the first episode with the airplanes and. Yeah, George St. Pierre. That's who it is. Yeah, George St. Pierre. Remember George St. Pierre? Yeah, he's in the first episode when they're like chasing down the helicopters. Falcon is chasing the helicopters and
he's like the one with the hostage or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, I guess he didn't die. And he's also in one of the other MCU movies. I forget which one.
So he's probably got like a villain name at this point.
He's in the Winter Soldier. Yeah, that's right.
Does he have a villain name or is he just henchman?
He's George.
Okay.
He's George Batrock. He's just George. They got George St. Pierre to play George.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, he shows up and he's like, I want to kill the Falcon. I didn't realize it was the same guy. And then freaking Carly is like, she calls everybody in the park. Like, this is the weird thing.
It got very comic books. Yeah.
And then she whistles. And it's like there was like a like she had mind control or something, but I think it was just like to show how many people they have in their group. But it was literally everybody in the park.
I feel like it is mind control. Yeah.
Why? How?
I don't know.
Right? It seems like it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's just
like something to do with an app, and maybe something to do with the power broker, which we still don't know about. I feel like this show needs more episodes. I feel like, but it is what it is. Yeah, because I do feel like that whole subplot is very underdeveloped. All the stuff with Carly and the flag smashers. Yeah. I'm kind of like, I don't know what's going on here. I have a hard time understanding their motivation. I don't know. I'm kind of confused by them.
Yeah, they're
I also just don't know if I like this actress very much, because she's just like so like, we need to find the way. Like, she's so like over dramatic. Yeah. I don't know.
You're right. You're right. I don't know if that's the actress's fault though. It could just be the direction. But I don't know.
True. Yeah.
It's like, we want you to seem like a very sweet, caring girl, but then kill everybody. And then she's like, oh, okay.
Haven't you heard? We are the villains. And it's like, dude, villains don't say that. Okay?
Yeah.
I hate that they do that in superhero movies where it's like, we are the villains. And it's like, villains don't say that.
Well, she says we are terrorists or criminals or something.
We are the criminals, yeah.
Anyway, I liked it. I really liked the bromance.
One more question.
Okay.
Big question. Are we going to see Steve?
No, I already answered this. No, we're not. We're not going to see Steve.
We're not going to see old Steve.
They've said it 3 times in this show alone. Steve is gone.
But they never say he's dead.
But he's gone. He says gone.
And it's like, yeah, maybe we didn't see him earlier, because then it's like we'd have to see him again in the show, and probably to age up Chris Evans is probably pretty goddamn expensive. So like, let's just put him in the last episode and be like, well, not really. Here he is.
Like, they could just hire Joe Biden.
True.
Just be like, hey Joe, Marvel, you want to be like Donald Trump and be in a TV show?
And he'd be like, come on, man.
Who's that? Has that fucking Lando Calrissian? Come on, man.
And they'd be friends. Lando and Joe Biden. They'd be friends. Couple of liberals. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna show up. Not in this one. Maybe in Loki. We discussed that already.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess he could show up in Loki. I just feel like this is a continuation of the Captain America story, so it would make sense to have Steve Rogers in it.
Right.
I
don't think so though. Maybe they'll put him like digitally in the background.
I think it's possible that we see young Chris Evans in the Loki show.
Yeah.
But I feel like we see old Chris Evans in this show.
Like at the end? Where would it fit good? Where would it fit to have him come in and go, I always believed in you?
An end credit scene of like him and Nick Fury hanging out on that ship with the Skrulls.
On that beach in the ship in space,
yeah, with the Skrulls, and he's actually on the moon, like they say.
Okay, that would be kind of funny.
Yeah, that would be. Chris Evans can be our new Stan Lee cameo and everything now. That'd be great.
That would be good, but then he'd have to be old every time.
He doesn't have to be old. Just have Chris Evans just show up at every single property from now on. I love it. It's great.
That would be funny. You have Tony Stark show up in every single property. You have Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he's dead, and we know he's dead.
I feel
it's like if you have characters that like look like him just show up and say random bullshit. Like,
I feel like Robert Downey Jr. would have like less of a sense of humor about that kind of thing, though, than Chris Evans.
True.
Because Robert Downey Jr. is like, I'll show up if you give me $10 gazillion. Where Chris Evans is like, you guys made me. I will do this for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay me for 8 hours. We're good. You know?
Don't even. I'll just do it for free. You guys already gave me millions.
Well, that's it. That was the whole episode. Finale is next week, or rather, it's this week. It's Friday.
Yeah.
Because it comes out on Wednesday. So yeah, looking forward to that. I think we're doing something different. Are we doing something different?
Yeah, I figure instead of doing like an episode 6 and then a whole season 1 spoiler cast, like 2 separate videos, I figure we just do a whole season spoiler cast instead of a season 6 and a season 1 spoiler cast. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, we could do both. It's more content,
I mean,
guess. But
I feel like that we don't need a season 1 spoiler cast.
well, I think we do. I disagree.
Okay. Well, we will find out.
I think we do because we're bringing in Austin.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. We do have a fresh mind.
Yeah.
We will have a fresh mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Cool.
yeah, keep that.
That's
Keep an eye out for that. We probably won't do it live like we're doing it live right now. And I'll probably post it earlier than usual. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Goodbye, everybody.